2015 Subaru WRX. The interior is black and plastic. It's black and plastic. It's black and plastic. It's black and plastic. It's black and plastic. And it's always black and plastic.
The Impreza reviews today, so let's start it now. It handles well in the rain and even snow. Oh crap, I mean snow. Snow!
Subaru, particularly the WRX, has a reputation for cars that, how do I put this? It's the car you ride to a pig party. That means this. You're riding shotgun with your date, listening to August and Everything After and trying to drown out the sucking sound from her orthodontic headgear. The WRX isn't a particularly good-looking car in that it's not outstanding. I mean, it's not hideous or anything, not like it was. I mean, in the 90s, it had character. It was weird. You knew who it was. And you know what? That really strikes a chord, because I remember this one time, gosh, what was his name? This must have been middle school or early high school. No, it was middle school. And I know his name, but I shouldn't say it. And he says to me, earnestly, and in all of sincerity, he asks me, "Why can't you just act normal?" That's what he said to me. He said, "Why can't you just act normal?" And I didn't really have an answer for him. All I said was, "I don't care what anybody thinks of me," which was a bullshit answer, really. I just said that because I thought that's what you're supposed to say. The truth is, I didn't know. I didn't know how to act normal. I wish I liked the things he liked. I wish I knew how to like sports. I mean, I kind of like hockey, but I don't go out of my way to watch games. But what if I could have gone back and found out how to be normal? Now, I'm trying to wrap this into Subaru because here in 2015, this is a Subaru WRX that looks like a normal car. All of the weird quirks on the exterior have been carefully massaged out. The hood scoop isn't obnoxious anymore. There's no weird bug eyes. There's no gigantic spoiler in the back. And the engine doesn't sound like the Subaru boxy engine anymore. Just sounds like an engine. Hell, if you even look at it, they put this big piece of plastic right here to cover up all the boxy looking. You're supposed to think this is a normal engine now when you open it up, not a boxer. Or boxing. Box. Now no one turns their heads when a Subaru comes rolling down the street. Construction workers don't catcall a Subaru. College freshmen don't walk into the side of a building because they're distracted by a Subaru in a toothpiece bathing suit. And that's because money doesn't go into style anymore. It goes into conformity. And yet, here we are with the 2015 Subaru Impreza WRX. The Subaru that has done the seemingly impossible. It looks normal. It's just not bangable. No one's gonna thrill suck this car. It just looks like a Corolla or a Camry. And given how hard it is to emulate a modern look without coming across like you're desperate to capture the look of the future, and that's a pretty big accomplishment in itself. I remember in high school, I figured out how not to stand out. It was the late 90s, so all I would wear would be faded jeans, a short sleeve shirt over top of a mock turtleneck. That was it. Just blend into the back of the classroom. No, I didn't even sit in the back. I sat in the front. You could hide right in the front of the class. Anyway, with the Subaru, the hatchback is gone, and all we have here is a sedan. Just like my fashion sense in 1998, this car in 2015 is trying so hard to be middle of the road it comes across as tacky and ridiculous. What is this carbon fiber here for? Is this real carbon fiber? Is it just this last bit of weirdness clinging on to the inside of the dash? Anyway, what's in the rear? The trunk is larger, up to around 12 cubic feet, which is an improvement over the previous generation's 11.3 cubic feet. And you could fold down the rear seats for additional room just like any other car. The base manual WRX costs about $27,000 US, and it gets you a rear view camera from the LCD screen in the front, because all cars have that now. And that screen can double as a boost gauge because Hondas do that. But if you upgrade to the SDI package, you get fake suede seats, LED headlamps, headlamps and turn signal mirrors, although it's not really worth the additional $7,000. These are fake cooling vents, and not that I can blame Subaru. Mustang has been doing this since day one. There's a little weirdness here, like a guy who's trying so hard to be normal, but you can catch little glimpses and waverings in his conversation that you know something's still a bit off, and it's right here in these side skirts. Look, these side skirts stick out from the door sill about 1 country mile. What you're gonna do if you own one of these things is you're gonna knock your feet on these things getting in. Subaru is claiming 21 miles per gallon city, 28 miles per gallon highway, although the owner of this car says if you take care and if you stay off boost, you'll get 30 miles per gallon combined. For Subaru, that's not that bad. How does it drive? Like a fast Corolla. Maybe we're getting into a weird part of mid-level cars here in 2015 where safety regulations are getting so school locked down that we're back to passing notes just to have a little fun. Now, the guys from Jalopnik took one of these things in the snow, and there, without any rules of the road parental reinforcement, this car came alive. But as far as I understood, when I was driving this on the back roads, all I felt was the elephant in the room investment that the owner just made. Take it easy with this thing. Is it quick? Yeah, it's quick.
It's about this right time. I had San Francisco rush.
Oh, I like how that grabs. Or maybe I'm just being extra goofy with it. It still wants to have fun, but it also knows that it has to shave. The WRX now knows that it has a resume it has to take care of, and it has to start thinking about its future. The WRX is all grown up. Everything matures eventually, and Van Wilder will inevitably graduate.
Subaru Impreza is a normal-looking car, and I thought how impossible it was to find a Subaru that doesn't look like butt and can do things other cars do, used or new.
Okay, so here we have the explanation of the radio preset problem with Subaru radios. Right now I'm on the FM dial, and as you can see, I have several presets set. Now, if I use the steering wheel control button, it will scroll through my presets. It also works like this with AM as well. But when you switch to the XM side, I have presets set here as well. But when you go to use the steering wheel controls, it does not go through your presets. It jumps 4 channels. Sometimes it'll jump 3, but when you go to use the steering wheel controls, it does not go through your presets. It jumps 4 channels. Sometimes it'll jump 3, sometimes it'll jump 5, but it doesn't work the way the FM side does. However, if I were to turn the radio off and then turn the radio back on and now use the steering wheel controls, it jumps just 1 station as opposed to a random number selected by who knows what. And that is the unfathomable Subaru radio preset for the XM satellite radio.